Hello?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, it's me, it's UglyBagstard. I'm here with Sena.
Hello, this is Sena Bonbon, your resident DIYer from FlaVR! Okay.
Yeah.
My music froze up. Shoot.
My screen is out of place now. There it is. There we go. Got it. Everything's good. Fixed.
Baghdad the All-Father.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay. So this is Bagchan. Oh. This is UglyBagstard. But we call you Bastard. Correct?
I noticed that in the schedule that you put out. I was like, oh my god, she got my name wrong. She hates me. Do you want to do like actual introductions for who we are, or do you? I figure people already knew who we are.
I mean, my introduction literally just is hello, hello, hello. This is Sena Bonbon, your resident DIYer of flavor. That's it. That's all I got for you.
Hell yeah! Do you want to tell my viewers a little bit about yourself and who you are?
Oh,
maybe.
I am the Orange Woman. I'm a DIYer VTuber. From FlaVR, the company made by Pippa's very own AI.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Orange
yeah.
Woman good. FlaVR, a real true company that's doing things, making big moves, going
Heck
places.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Bagstard?
I'm UglyBagstard. I'm some random guy that has somehow worked my magic and weaved my way into the VTubing sphere. And now I'm here, drawn with famous FlaVR members, Sena Bonbon.
So why the bag head?
Yeah, I got a bag head.
But why?
Oh, why do I have one?
Yes.
Sorry, someone said something in chat, and I just saw the word allegations in chat. I was like, wait, what's happening?
We don't talk about the allegations.
I have a bag head because my lore is that I was a janitor, and I found a monkey paw / genie lamp in an old box while I was cleaning things. And I wished for a hot woman, and instead of giving me one, the genie / monkey paw turned me into one, but kept my face the same, so now I keep a bag on my head. It's very deep lore that I wrote in about 30 minutes one night.
Well, hey, 30-minute writing sessions always seem to do the trick.
Hell yeah.
So today we're drawing, but really just chatting. But drawing.
Yeah, basically.
So Bagstard's chat should make him draw things he doesn't want to draw.
Yeah, which is everything, because spoiler alert, I can't draw for shit. So I'm probably just gonna make a bunch of like doodles and random things. So, you know, if anyone in chat has things that they want me to draw, just throw them out there and I'll do a really bad job about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, you're not allowed to tell me what to draw unless I ask.
Tell her what to draw. She loves it.
I mean, you could tell me. It doesn't mean I'm going to listen.
Oh, she also, before stream, said that you guys want me to bully her, so you guys have to tell me what you need me to do.
Oh my god. Why would you bring that up?
What?
You're not supposed to tell them. Oh my god. Draw what you want. That's an order.
Okay. They say traditionally guest draw Sena. I see.
Traditionally?
Can do it. Yeah, the tradition.
Is it a tradition? I don't feel like it's a requirement, but you can draw me in all my orange glory.
All right. Prepare for really bad drawings.
They said to draw what I want. I took it literally. I want a hamburger. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So what got you started doing these kind of drawing streams? Was there a certain idea behind them?
Well, it's like kind of a bit of everything. So like I enjoyed drawing and talking with my chat, and I was like, well, I could easily have someone just come on and do that. And then when I first got to know Carrie Mara, she was talking about how she wanted to do like a VTuber like interview thing, and I was like, well, at the time I was like, I don't even have anything close to a platform for that. But that would be super cool to just have people on and be like talking about things they enjoy and having a good time and keeping me company through the night.
Oh boy, scandalous.
Oh boy, scandal. But I was like, that would be cool. So like a true pirate or PP rat, I stole her idea and made it my own.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's all we do when we VTube, baby, is steal ideas.
Steal! Rob! Steal!
Yeah, my idea now.
But yeah. So,
Nice.
I did some cyber stalking.
Okay.
Let me preface. I noticed that you seem to like to lift.
Uh-huh.
I
do.
So tell me about that. What's your go-to routine? How much can you lift, bro? Do you even lift, bro?
So I started lifting weights about probably 10 or 11 years ago.
Oh, old. Okay.
I'm an old man.
Oh, gross. Okay.
Shut up. But I started doing it one day. I don't really remember why. I think I was watching a bunch of like strongman videos, and I just decided to just start doing it. And so when I started, it was this was back when the fitness board on a certain Clover website was very popular.
Oh, the forbidden.
And oh yeah, the forbidden Clover website. And so I got my starting routine from there, which the meme at the time was starting strength from Mark Ripto, or to do 5x5 is what it's called, which is when you do 5 sets of 5 of the main lifts, which are overhead press, bench press, squat, and deadlifts. So that's what I started with. And that was kind of my go-to for a long time because it's very good for getting strength. Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to how do I scroll up some on this website so I can see your drawing as well?
Oh, you just zoom out with the scroll wheel.
Okay, you just scroll out and then scroll in. I got it. I'm picking it up. I'm old. I don't know how things work. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I start with. And I did that, and then I moved into a routine called 531, which is like a intermediate kind of lifting thing, which gets very complicated with math. And how it's like when you first start lifting weights, you make what are called newbie gains because you train your nervous system more than your muscles. It's like you fully realize how to use the muscle that you have instead of growing it at first. And so you don't make a lot of muscle when you're doing 5x5 and like starting out lifting, but you do get strong really fast. And then 531 is like a intermediate one where you are now actually trying to grow the strength of your muscles and you're not making newbie gains anymore. And so you're going a lot slower. And so, yeah, that's like with 5x5, you're basically adding 5 pounds every time you lift. Like every time you go to the gym, you're adding 5 pounds.
Okay.
And 531 is like, instead of adding 5 pounds every time you lift, you're adding 5 pounds like every month.
Oh, so like a slow burn.
Yeah, it's like a slow burn. And
Nice.
it's like, all right, this week you're doing 5x5. And then this week you're doing 5, then 3, then 1. And then this week you're doing just low lifts of just 3 reps and that kind of thing. And then I got injured as I got older. Your body just doesn't like doing things as much anymore. So now I'm doing, recently for the first time, I've started doing like bodybuilding stuff,
Ooh.
which is lower weight and more volume and higher reps. So the strength isn't quite there, but it makes your muscles grow more. So that's what I'm currently at. And my current lifts, I haven't done a 1 rep max in a long time, but my current lifts, my bench press is probably around 300 pounds, if I had to guess.
Nice.
My overhead press is probably like 150, maybe. My squat is probably 350, something like that. And my deadlift, I would guess, is probably a little bit over 400. So they're not super high.
No, but they're all nice and even.
Yeah, they're all nice and even. And I don't know if that's the real number. Because, like I said, I haven't done a 1 rep max in a long time. So, but taking a guess, that's probably where it is.
Dang.
Yeah.
He's a beast, right? Feeling fit, buddy? Yeah, Juwun. I have a person in FlaVR. Because I own FlaVR now. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa. No. No, Juwun's like really into fitness. Like really into fitness.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do any like physical activities? Are you into anything like sports wise or?
Whoa.
Okay, well I was just asking a normal question and then you made it weird.
Yeah, I work out. I was a cheerleader in college.
Oh.
Yeah, and I did back. I was a back spot, so I did lifting. I lifted the girls. And I did like 2-person stunts. Yeah. I did 2-person stunts where I'd throw them and catch them and throw them and catch them. And they were like, you know, like 130 pounds. But fitness wise, I do some weightlifting at home just because like I just don't really like the gym options I have in this rural area. That it's just like a home gym is even still going to be better than what they have to offer me. So, but I just do my little routine to stay in check. But I think I would like to go a little harder on like weightlifting itself. I just kind of like I want to feel buff.
Oh yeah.
Like I just want to be strong. I feel like my fitness goals have always been like number related until recently, until like probably junior year of college. I would say my goals kind of became more like I want to run up the stairs and not be out of breath, and I want to be able to beat someone up if they try to attack me. Like those are my fitness goals now.
A good goal. A respectable goal.
So yeah, I can curl this beer. Good for you, Beal. But yeah, I have never done a bench press, but I don't know. I feel like I've spent a lot of my college career doing like lower body and core workout. So I have like a really strong back and a really strong core and really strong legs, and then my arms are just noodles. So
But you gotta lift the girl.
Yeah, well, you lift with your legs. You're not like usually lifting with your arms. So I had toned arms, but they weren't super muscly. And now I like for them to be super muscly. Not like steroid muscly, just like, I don't know, just nice lean. It's the aesthetic.
The current program, the bodybuilding thing I'm doing right now is called push pull legs.
Mm.
And there's a bunch of different ones, but like they're all kind of the same basically, which is you go 6 days a week, and I don't because I'm working all the time. But if I was doing it correctly, then I would be going 6 days a week. It's just a push day, which is like bench press or overhead press, things like curls, that kind of stuff for your arms. Pull day, which is like deadlifts or rows, and then like tricep extensions, pull-ups, that kind of thing. And then legs is legs, obviously.
Right.
And so you do that 6 days a week, and it works pretty good. I'm still messing with recovery and diet and the correct diet and stuff to do while I'm doing it, but you know, it's there.
So, do you do like a hyper restrictive diet while you're doing this, or? Because I knew this one guy who was like, he cut out anything that could bloat him while he was doing his lifting thing, and he like wouldn't even eat onions because it could bloat him with gas and mess up with his gains. And I was like, you're weird.
I've tried doing like really restrictive diet. Like I've tried keto, and I tried the carnivore diet where you only eat meat.
Oh, yep.
And they work really good for like losing weight and just kind of feeling good, but they're not good for lifting weights.
No, they're not.
Yeah, because you need carbs in your diet when you lift weights, because you need glucose stores in your muscles.
Yep.
For when you do anaerobic exercises, which is any exercise without the presence of oxygen. So it's like sprints and lifting weights and all that kind of stuff. So
chat, I was right. My chat didn't want to believe me when I was like, oh, carbs and protein are like really good for working out and like all this stuff. And they're like, no carbs. I'm like, you're stupid.
Well, like if you're doing like long distance running or something, or like something where you're doing like medium to lighter work over a long time, like running a marathon or something like that.
So cardio.
Then you can cut out carbs and you'll be fine.
Yeah, chat, you just want to be a bunch of celery eating women. That's what you want to be.
Yeah, you're nerds. Eat a steak, nerd. But
have the cheeseburger.
but yeah, well, I did carnivore. Like I felt great and I lost a shit ton of weight. And I only had to sleep like 4 or 5 hours a night, and then I would wake up and I'd be ready to go.
That sounds insane.
All my lifts suffered. So
yeah.
Usually people just they'll do like a bulking phase where they'll eat like a bunch of calories while they're getting big. And then like if you're like a professional bodybuilder, they do like a very severe cutting phase before like a competition. And if you're not a professional, usually people do a winter bulk like over Christmas and the holidays. And then they do a cut for summer so they can look good in a bathing suit. But but right now I'm still trying to find like a sustainable balance, because I'll do like a diet and I'll go like around 2,000 calories or something like that, which is supposed to be like a 500 calorie deficit for me. And I find that I'm not really recovering well for my workouts, so I can't go for the full 6 days. Or if I eat too much, then I'll feel great for the workouts, but I'm gaining too much weight when I really need to be losing weight. So I haven't worked out a good balance for me personally yet.
Well, I don't know. I find that for me, as long as I'm eating what is normal for like my body height and weight, calorie wise, seems to yield the best results for me.
Yeah.
Because when I was doing the deficit, highly restrictive, I was actually putting on weight. no matter how hard I was trying, I was like putting on weight. And this was when I was like super focused on the number. Now I see the number and I'm like, well, I don't look that number, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
But
that's like another thing is like muscle weighs more than fat.
Yep.
So like sometimes we're going on a diet and you start working out and then you gain weight like
Mhm.
all of a sudden really fast because you
And I
start
put
like
on
putting on
muscle really quick too. Like it's something I've
Yeah.
always been able to tone up very quickly, which is not the most common for women, but like I don't know why. It just seems to work for me. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's like you can like people can read books and stuff about diet all day and like it
Yep.
is fairly simple with calories in, calories out, but you also have to do it on your own and figure out what works for you and what like what your body responds well to
Mm.
because like I've been asked before like when like by people like lifting weights so what kind of diet should I go on? And it's like, well, what is your goal? Like like there's a million answers depending on what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like it's not easy to answer. It just depends. So, but yeah, the push-pull legs thing works very well for well, so far. Like I said, I haven't been able to stick to it yet because I work all the time and I've built a gym at work so I can work out on my breaks. So even if I don't get to go lift weights, I can still do like push-ups and pull-ups and like body weight stuff.
Mm.
So I've got like a very weird mix of like a bunch of calisthenics and a bodybuilding program that I'm sort of half following at the moment.
I mean, it's something. It's something.
Yeah, just do something. It's better than nothing. Just get off the
True.
couch and move
Very
around.
true.
It's
Move,
fine.
you fat ass move.
Yeah, get up and move. Go
Get
do
up
something.
And move. Do something with your life. Don't stagnate.
Yeah, exactly. Be a man of action. Quit thinking about shit and go do it. Get the gun.
Whoa. Too far. Or is it?
Or is it? Who knows?
Or is it? You can't go to the gym, too many people there. Celis, stop being scared of the public.
Yeah, no one at the gym gives a shit about what you're doing.
Yeah, they're trying to get
Like-
their own gains. They don't give a fuck about you. Or they're being weird and recording TikToks. Once again, they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, the trick is to find first, don't go to a Planet Fitness if you if you can avoid it. Go to any gym that is not
Yes.
Planet Fitness.
Yes, that's a good advice.
And then you're gonna avoid 90% of the problems right away.
Yep.
And secondly, obviously not everyone can, but I go to the gym. Like my favorite time to go to the gym, I go like 2 or 3 in the morning. I go like
Yeah,
usually
find one
I
that's 24 hours.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because usually I stream at 10 p.m. and then I end stream around 1:30 or 2 usually, and I'll eat something real quick, get some
then you
energy in
go
me,
and work
and I go to
out.
the gym.
Wow. That's
So,
dedication.
Yeah, well, that's,
When I'm done streaming, I'm gonna go lay in my bed, draw some stickers for my next debut, and then go to sleep.
well,
Way
you,
past them when I planned.
you usually stream like before you're going to bed, though, right?
Yeah, usually. This is like my
Yes.
wind down time.
Yeah, so for me, it's the opposite. My stream is like right when I'm waking up and getting ready for stuff. So
Oh,
then
yeah,
it's
'cause-
gym time, baby.
You were like, I'm just waking up.
Yeah, before
like, what?
stream, Sena messaged me. She's like, "Oh, can you get in so we can prep and make sure everything works?" I was like, "Oh, I'm waking up." Like I had to set an alarm so I would be here on time.
No, he said, "Oh, I'll see you at 8." And I was just like, "Oh, okay, like that's I mean, I can push it if you need me to, or you can just come in late. That's fine. And he was like,
No.
"Oh shit, I forgot. It's 8." It's like, "Yeah, you dumb bitch. What the fuck?"
I forgot the collab was 8. I've got a bunch. So I've got so many things scheduled for different days that all my times start running together. So for
He's
like
all
I had
unforgivable.
no. I'm such an important person that I've just got to pencil
Oh yes,
people
my
in.
bad. You're right.
Yeah, I woke up and I was like making coffee and I was getting ready to go find some food somewhere, and then sent a message to me. She's like, "Can you come in like 7:30 or 8?" And then I was like, in my head for some reason, even though like I set it on the schedule for 8 and I had the waiting room up for 8, for some reason, like when I woke up, I was just like, it's at 9. It's at 9 o'clock. I've got plenty of time. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll come in at 8 to like get ready for the stream. And she's like, oh, I'll push it back. It's fine. I'm like, oh wait, no, sorry. I'm just an idiot.
Just sitting here like, I mean, that's fine. That's okay. I don't want to like rush you. You're clearly tired.
No, I'm just dumb. I had brain fog when I woke up.
Just sitting here like, I pushed it to like 7:45 thinking like, okay, whoops. That's my bad. You're right. Oh God.
But also exercise wise, I used to go to a boxing gym a long time ago, and I did boxing for a while.
Ooh.
And I did kickboxing for a little while.
Ew.
But I was really bad at kickboxing because I have about 0 flexibility in my legs,
I was
so
about
I couldn't
to say,
do high kicks.
Can't get that leg up.
Nope, couldn't get it. I could do, the front kick. I could, about waist high.
So if you were a dog, you'd have to squat to piss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
He's that type of old, guys. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Sad. Tragic.
Just call me Grandpa Bag.
Grandpa Bag. Grandpa Baggins.
Yeah. But those were all fun. And there's a MMA gym like where I live, and I kind of want to go to it, but I just can't with the work schedule. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to motivate myself to go to sleep basically as soon as I get home from work, like not do anything, have no wind down, just go directly to bed, and then maybe I could wake up in time to go to the MMA gym. But I've been too lazy. I haven't done it yet.
I don't know. That seems like a lot of strain to put on yourself, though.
Yeah, but then you put strain on yourself and you learn jujitsu and stuff at the same time, so it's worth it. It's
yeah,
cool.
But you can't use it if you're sleeping all day.
Can't I?
Whoa.
What if you become so trained that you can just do jujitsu in your sleep?
Jujitsu in my dreams.
Exactly.
It's my dream and I choose how we're gonna go about it. You just lucid dream your jujitsu practice.
Yeah.
That's what you really need to be doing. You just need to get better.
Yeah. Sleep jutsu.
Do a MMA gang here. That's not surprising that my chat is super into MMA.
Why isn't it surprising?
I don't know. They talk about their fitness a lot. And I don't know. They just seem the type to like want to beat things up.
Hell yeah. Based.
I do have one guy who teaches a class. Is that you, Space Monkey? It might be Space Monkey. It's hard because your name's different on Discord. So I'm like, oh, it's Chody. You get choked out enough, you'll get some sleep on the mats. Oh my lord.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's fine.
Yeah, it is. Okay, thanks, Silas.
Speaking of Discord, I joined your Discord randomly on
I saw.
April Fool's because someone linked it in the Kapipi Discord.
Did they really?
I don't know who it was. I'm not
I
stitching.
know that Sawa tried to send people in to overtake it with hamsters, and she failed miserably. The little gremlin.
So a fail.
She failed. Nice try, loser.
But I joined and I was confused immediately because everyone was naming themselves Sena for April Fools.
Dude, that came out of nowhere. They were just like, I'm Sena. I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's April Fool's today. At first I was like, oh, like everyone wants to be me. That's cute. But like, there could only be one. And then I realized what day it was. And I was like, I'm bad at this. Oh gosh. Oh no. I was like, a bunch of people were joining. Now I know why. Shit.
Because we all love Sena.
Blech, bleh, bleh, bleh. Disgusting. You guys need to get better idols.
Get Oshi, nerd.
Whoa, whoa. Not the O word on stream. So many fools in April. Yeah. And I was one of them.
I think for a while, April Fool's was like my least favorite holiday of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's getting better now.
Really?
Because, well, for a while, maybe it's just because I sleep through most of the day now, but for a while, it was just like, oh my God, like, I can't tell what's real on this. Like, yeah, you just like go read the news and there's like, 10 people killed in a bus attack. April Fools, they're fine. And you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
What's going on with your news station, buddy?
What's going on? Like, you just never knew what the fuck was happening. And I think people maybe have toned it down a little bit for the most part. Or maybe I'm just not paying as much attention anymore. I don't know.
I don't know. This is why I don't have cable in my home.
Same.
I refuse to listen to anything news related.
Based.
Everything's going to crap anyways.
Everything sucks. It's all fake.
Everything sucks.
Nothing's real.
It's all fake. Fake news. Fake news.
Nothing's
Yeah, no.
real except what you can see with your own eyes.
Kinda though. But can you trust your own eyes?
Yes.
Or is that they want you to
I can trust them more than anything else.
They want you to trust your own eyes.
Well,
No, I
I
don't
will.
know.
They got me.
My schizo take has always been that the news, even when they tell halves truths, are trying to water things down so we get used to crappy things happening to us.
True.
And I don't need to get used to that.
Based.
Yeah. We live in a dystopia. Hell yeah. It's so sad because I grew up like loving dystopian novels. And now as an adult, I'm like so
now you get to
jaded.
live in one.
I'm like, this is a dystopia. But like a dystopia, the whole thing is like it's meant to be utopia gone wrong. And you know what?
Yeah, we kind of
I don't
skipped
feel
over
like
the utopia.
Yeah, I was about to
part.
say we definitely skipped over the utopia part because I'm not feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Like at all. Like we missed a couple steps here. Like,
We live in a society.
seriously, we live in a society. Hi, Minna. Or as the ancient Greeks would tell you, nothing is real. Exactly. I want to get existential about it. Nothing's even real. What in the world is that? Is that like an ant on the far right with the pinchers?
Yeah, people kept posting the Pippa ant picture, and I thought about it.
So you made a Bonnie.
Yeah, well, yes, it's more ant than Bond, but you know,
That's
we
fine.
get places.
I'm a bug. Shadows on a cave. That's why you become a Fed, so you're on the other side of dystopia. Nah, I'll never become
Hell
a
no.
Fed. Fuck you. That's what a Fed would say.
Speaking of being a Fed, while I was in the Navy, bag lore. I've told my chat about this before.
Okay.
But while I was in the Navy, I did intel, and I had a top secret clearance.
Ooh.
And so my job was basically to watch the news all day, and that's why I don't trust the news. Because when you have a clearance and you can see what's actually going on versus what they're telling you, you have a confirmable source that it's all lies.
Oh my god, you sound like my dad.
Well, it's true. It's all
My dad
lies.
was in a military intelligence job in the army in like the 90s. And he would be like, Sena, don't ever trust what the government puts out or tells you.
True.
Most of the stuff has existed for like a decade before we release it to the public and da-da-da-da-da. And he was like going on a rant. And I was like, okay, bon. But now as an adult, I'm like,
He was right.
true. True, actually, factually.
He told the truth. Because especially like we would have to do like an intel brief for like usually it would be like classified as a secret brief, right? And you can use whatever source. Very rarely we would have to actually use a top secret one, but sometimes we would have to do an unclassified one because there's like guests or whatever on the boat that don't have a clearance. And so then
Oh yeah,
you'd have to go
you're on a boat.
Oh yeah.
I blinked for a second. I was like, a boat.
Yeah, the Navy. They have
the
boats.
Navy, the boats. Sorry.
But they would you'd have to like find out what's actually happening through like secret and top secret sources. And then you'd have to go to like the mainstream media websites to try to find whichever one's closest. And usually they were just all wrong. They were just always incorrect. And you're like, this one's close enough. And so you just go with that.
Weird.
But, and basically almost none of the time was it a US based news source that we would end up using. So yeah, don't trust any of them.
What? That's weird too. The US doesn't even cover their own news. You
They
heard
would
it here
cover
first.
it, but it's just incorrect. It's just a lie, is the
It's
thing.
just a lie.
Or mostly what they do is they lie through omission. They'll just not talk about it.
The US not talking about things couldn't be us. That sounds highly fabricated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was all like 10 years ago. And I think all of them have gotten worse from what I've seen. So now I wouldn't trust any news site, period, kind of. I don't think any of them are correct.
Yeah,
It's
that's
horrible.
probably
It's all
fair.
horrible.
It's all horrible. I also feel like, I don't know, the US has a way to like try and cover other things when other things are going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially with like
distraction.
law. Yeah, like especially with like laws being signed in. I've noticed, especially there, that like if the presidency's signing in something, and it doesn't matter the president, if they're signing in on something, they'll just like pump out some sort of drama for us to focus on instead, where they're like, what's going on in Europe? And you're like, why would I care? I'm not Europe. I'm not European.
Look over here.
They're like, well, look over. You should care. People are dying. And it's like, well, people were dying in Africa and you didn't want me to care. And now you want me to care because you're doing naughty things. So, yeah.
What are you really up to?
What are you up to? And everyone's like, you're silly. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh my
You're
God.
just being silly.
I try to tell these things to my sister, and she probably thinks I am actually insane.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm telling the truth.
I served
You're doing
my
it on
time.
purpose.
I'm telling you.
You just don't know. You needed a top secret clearance. All I needed was a schizo man screaming in traffic. I mean, that's as reliable as anything for news.
Yeah. I wish you were wrong.
I wish I was too.
I'm sure.
I wish we didn't live like this, but here we are. Anyway, let's just draw the pretty pictures. We're fine.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Look at the pictures, chat.
And this is all allegedly Minecraft. Oh.
No, in real life.
In real life. Right now, right here. Start spelling out numbers. It's my coordinates.
What other interview questions did you have for me before we just go on schizo rants?
I didn't have anything prepared, like actual questions.
Oh, okay.
I just go ask whatever comes off my Chrome Dome here.
Oh, okay. You said you were cyber stalking me before.
Yeah, I did
thought
cyber stalk you.
Hell yeah, Dave. Love to see it.
Yeah, I wanted to know bag lore. And then, oh crap. Now you're gonna make me look because I wrote it down. Give me a sec.
See, she was prepared. She just lied.
I wrote down like little bullet points. Okay. Okay. Yes. There we go. You're also a VTuber who potentially knows how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some cooking stuff, so tell me about that right now. Because I know you're organizing a big old cooking collab, so clearly you think you're gonna win.
Well, the cooking collab wasn't really about winning. It was just
sure.
fun.
Is that why it's a competition?
Yes.
Because it's not about winning?
Well, we could talk about the collab real quick, I think, since we basically already talked about it before.
Yeah.
It was going to be on the 22nd, but now we're moving it, so we don't have the date 100% confirmed yet.
That's
but
my
there's
fault.
gonna. Sorry.
I said that's my fault.
It's fine. It's fine. I think everyone's pretty flexible. I think we're just deciding. But we're doing a cake baking competition, which is how me and Sena started talking to each other in the first place. It's going to be me, it's going to be Moonshine Animations, it's going to be Sena, and it's going to be Nyaru right now. And the reason we don't have a date is because Nyaru's in Japan and no one wants to bother her while she's on vacation. But yeah, so that'll be happening. But cooking. When did I start cooking? Probably as a child. Because
as a child.
Yeah, because my dad wasn't home like a lot, and like I have a good relationship with my father. I know that goes against like typical VTuber lore.
Whoa.
Like usually become like a VTuber or an activist or something.
What?
But I've got a good relationship with my father. But when I was young, he was at work a lot, and so was my mom. And so a lot of times it was just me and my sister. Like we didn't have a babysitter. And so like my sister, she was a teenager when I was still very young. So she would just be in her emo phase as like a teenager in her room, just not talking to anybody. So I'd be like, I'm hungry. She's like, well, make food. And so I kind of just was left on my own to make my own food. And I just kind of figured it out. So that's... I don't know. I've just been cooking by myself and for myself since really I can remember.
Huh.
So yeah, there's not too much to it. It's kind of just necessity.
Yeah.
We didn't have YouTube then. Yeah. We didn't have YouTube or tutorials. You just kind of had to read out of like an old recipe book or throw things together and see what worked.
Yo. So what would you say is your go-to meal now to like make?
Usually it goes back to like the fitness thing. I'm trying to right now do a half plate of vegetables, a quarter of protein, and a quarter of carbs. So I don't have like one that I do most of the time.
What meal do you like to make? An entire plate of veggies, an entire plate of meat. What, man? What?
Steak. I like steaks.
Okay.
Steak is good. I make steaks a lot.
Like cow steak, beef steak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you had venison before?
No, I haven't. Anything that sounds like it's expensive, I probably haven't had.
Deer meat?
I have had deer. I had deer sausage.
Okay, that's venison.
Oh, okay.
Deer meat.
For some reason, I thought venison was the baby cow stuff. What is that called?
No, that's veal. That's veal.
Veal, okay. I got it mixed up.
I'm like, you're not allowed to have that accent and not have tried deer.
I have had deer. I'm
repossessing it.
Guys, I'm dumb. I get things mixed up, okay? All right, I'm old. I have Alzheimer's. I've got a bunch of worms crawling around in my brain. I can't remember things. They both started with a V, okay? I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Oh, no. He's old. Oh. I'm betting.
I'm retarded.
Whoa. I'm betting the last $50 I got on you winning, Sena. Don't let me down. Don't waste $50 on me for one.
Oh, yeah. We're taking bets.
For two. If you're going to bet, don't use the last of your money, you ding dong. What kind of
we're gonna go on one of those. We're gonna go on one of those sports betting websites that you guys can vote for the winners.
We're gonna highly encourage you to gamble.
Yeah, we're gonna have a ref and we're gonna pay them off.
Oh God!
And then we're gonna find out whoever's betting the most, and then we're gonna bet against them and get all the money.
Oh my Jesus, the restaurant I'm at just did 3 adult happy birthday songs consecutively. I've never seen a disaster like this. Jeez, that sounds terrifying, but thank you for paying me $20. I get so awkward reading these super chats when they're like an actual message. I'm like, let me read your message, but also, like, you don't have to pay me. I'll just read it.
Thank you, Amate, for the $2 super chat. Do you feel weird like reading like donations and stuff during collabs?
So it's like hit or miss, right? Like I feel like it's not a big deal, but I also feel guilty like if I don't read it, where it's like, oh, now I don't ever want to do a super chat reading stream. I never want to do that ever in my entire life. So it's like I need to actually read it because like that's kind of the whole point, right?
Do you have PTSD from watching Pippa try to do that?
Watching anyone try to do them. I also just like hate when it's like it becomes like a super chat reading stream, right? But then they still have their supers open. So then it's like they're trying to read the new ones and the ones they're like behind on, and I'm like, why would you have it open for a super chat reading stream? It defeats the point. Stop it, Space Monkey! Jesus! I won't bet my last 50 then. I thought of something funnier. What the fuck? So just give it to me? Like, what? Stop. 25 cents on Sena. See, I like your thinking.
Yeah,
that's more doable. I don't think I've ever... I mean, I've played slots before. When I have more dollars than friends, it's hard to decide what to do with them. Richard! That's so funny when supers like have someone's actual, like, assume actual name, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's so funny because it's like, now I get to yell your name at you and be like, knock it off!
Yeah,
I get excited when I see...
Just read their real names every time.
Yeah. I get excited when I see real names in my chat, though, because then I'm like, oh, now I'm not going to, like, butcher the pronunciation because that's a real name. Not, like, the most random throw together of letters. And I just have to struggle bus. And they're like, I'm like, is that how you pronounce it? And they're like, I've never actually pronounced it before. I just like spelled it out one time. I'm like, you're so fucking retarded. I hate you.
I think I've mispronounced every name in the chat. I don't think I have a single one right. Like, there's someone that's usually in my chat. I don't think they're here right now, but their name is Adrian, and I
have an
called him
Adrian, too.
Adrian, and then in a comment they said, "I've never heard my name pronounced like that." I'm like, "What? How's it pronounced?" I was like, "What do you mean? What did I do?" It's Adrian.
I have an Adrian. He's my professional simp. He calls me his bear chan wife, his girlfriend.
Based, I believe
he
in him.
writes the most fluffy messages that I'm just like, I feel bad reading them because I'm like, as a resident tomboy, but I'm just like, it's so fucking romantic and girly, and I'm like, gross.
I
like,
believe in him.
Squirming, like, gross. It does get weird sometimes. Thanks, Brian Lane.
I do the same
It's
thing.
Brian. You do. He goes, Sena, how's my bear chin, my ooh wife? And I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of words. That's a lot of sugar. That's a lot of sugar.
Sometimes you gotta lay it on so they know.
It's real thick, like a thick layer of shellac. I'm like, oh.
Well, if he didn't
That
lay
guy's
it on
great.
thick, he'd
Sena,
just be
he's a Filipino.
another face in the crowd. You
He's
wouldn't
a
even know him.
Pinoy. He's a Pinoy. That's the other thing. I've like dropped a couple things here and there of like, oh, I like this culture's food, and then like a bunch of people from that culture are like, oh, we were mentioned. We're not gonna fan you forever. And I'm like, why? Why? You don't have to, like, I know you love your country, but like I'm not from there, and I'm not a spokesperson, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna butcher things and get things wrong, and now I feel bad.
It doesn't matter. You showed appreciation, and now they're happy.
Yes. You talk about lumpia and pancit once, and people are like, what? She knows the thing. It's like, it's just food. I'm sorry. I only know food. I only know food. So steak, what's your go-to side?
Rice or sweet potato?
Oh, sweet potato.
I love sweet potato. It's so good.
Really? Okay, like the actual like white sweet potato, or like the yam, the orange one?
The orange one.
Have you ever had candied yams?
Yes, also great.
So great. Oh my god.
They're good in everything. They're good by
As
themselves.
soon as you said sweet potato, I was like, candied yam. Sweet potato pie is amazing.
Yeah.
I like it way more than pumpkin pie. Way
I like
more.
both.
I'm not
I
a big
love
pumpkin fan. I love food, but I'm picky about, like, I don't know. I'm picky about my desserts, which is a weird thing to be picky about, but I am.
Give me an example. What do you mean? Like, which ones do you not like?
I'm not the biggest fan of chocolate. Like, I don't like having something super chocolatey, which, like, is very against me being a woman. But yeah, I don't really like chocolate that much.
More than being a woman, being a brown woman on the internet. How dare you not like chocolate?
And I like peanut butter desserts. Like, if it has peanut butter in it, I'll eat it, even if it has chocolate. Like, I love peanut butter. Like, I love peanut butter. And then I just like desserts that aren't overly sweet. Like, I like hazelnut and coconut, and basically if it has nuts. Which I know, pause, but if it has nuts, I like it.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I'm the opposite of a picky eater. I'll eat just about anything. I was the like kid in school where people were like, "Oh, this lunch sucks," and I'm like already half finished eating mine. I'm like, "This tastes great." I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I see why you did so good in the military.
Oh, the military food is the only shit that I wouldn't eat. That stuff is horrible.
Oh, it's just straight garbage.
Yeah.
What are you getting from the mess? Nothing.
Oh yeah, I would survive weeks at a time just smoking cigarettes and eating sunflower seeds.
Oh
would
my
be
God.
my diet while I'm out at sea.
No.
And I quit smoking. I don't smoke anymore, but I definitely did in the military because you know what?
So you mean to say
I was
the bag
willing.
with the cigarette was almost More accurate.
Almost. Yeah, I haven't smoked in probably almost 5 years now. But
Oh, good for you.
yeah, I started in the military because I was willing to give myself cancer and kill myself to get away from those people for 5 minutes at a time.
You really are starting to sound like my dad. I'm gonna have to call home and be like, did I talk to you earlier? Or you weren't trying to preach at me. What's going on?
Oh, I forgot to mention this. I am your dad.
Whoa!
I forgot to mention. The Bagfather meme is real. But
Does that dad count, guys? What? I got 3 dads now. Holy crap!
Very progressive.
Everyone gets dad zoned, bro zoned or dad zoned for life. Hell yeah.
But working like night shift in the Navy, you had it was called mid rats, which was midnight rations.
Yeah.
And they would just give you
the leftovers.
Yeah, so you would get there, it would be like a day-old burnt rice. Like it's cooked, and then it's been sitting there so long that it's dried out again, so it's hard.
So you just have fucking hardtack rice.
Yeah, like what felt like burnt, uncooked rice. Then you'd have hot dogs that are like have just been floating in the water all day, so they're like disgusting. And
Gross.
Then, like usually what they would have is they just have like bread and like peanut butter packets like out that you can just grab like whenever you want. And you'd go there and you'd be like, well, I don't want to eat rice and hot dogs, so I guess I'll make a peanut butter sandwich. And then at midnight they'd always be out of fucking bread, so you'd end up eating rice and peanut butter packets if you wanted anything. I lost so much weight while we would get deployed because I would just not eat because it was so disgusting. And I said before, I'm not a picky eater, but that stuff, Jesus Christ, I'd rather be dead than eat that shit. Horrible.
That's fair. This sounds like my college.
Oh, God.
My college was like that, where like they'd get things prepped too far in advance before like lunch, so that way by the time lunch opened, like it'd be like, oh, it's pasta day, and they did buffet style. And you'd be like, oh, yay, pasta. And then you'd be like, why is the pasta disintegrated? You just opened.
Like, hey, you've been cooking this pasta for 5 hours.
Years.
I think it's a little bit al dente there.
Yeah,
I think maybe you went overboard a little bit.
I think it's done. Oh my God. So being in the military, you were like deployed for like what? How long at a time? 18 months? 9 months?
No, I was on, well, let me not say the ship name. Maybe that's a little too doxy.
Don't go that far.
But we were in the yards a lot because the boat that I was on was super old and it was a piece of shit. And so we were in like dry dock and the yards a lot. So the longest I ever got deployed was 88 days. And I know specifically it was 88 days because when you're out to sea for 90 days, they give you a ribbon, and we came back 2 days early, so no one got it, and everyone was pissed off. But so we didn't go out for like really long, extended periods of time, which is sort of a blessing and sort of a curse because, like when I joined, you know, the lie, they're like, oh, join and see the world. And my school was in Virginia, and then I got stationed in Virginia. And then we didn't go anywhere, so I was in Virginia a lot. And Virginia fucking sucks.
No, it doesn't. Don't say that.
Well, Norfolk, Virginia sucks.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That is very true. Southern Virginia, though. Mwah, chef's kiss. The best.
I'm sure away from the base, it was probably nice. But
well, yeah, every base town is gonna be just ass.
That is true. That's true.
It's like the nature of the beast, and it doesn't matter the branch. It does not
Also
matter
true.
the branch. It is always gonna be ass.
Yeah, I have a buddy that was like at Fort Bragg in North Carolina, and it also sucked. So yeah, I think just all of them are terrible.
I think stateside bases especially are usually pretty bad. Although I do hear that the Hawaii one for the Air Force is pretty nice. But like
Hawaii
you're in
one
Hawaii.
the Navy is also pretty nice. Yeah.
So
there was some people that were in Hawaii and they like that, and then someone to Guam and they like that.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Guam as well.
Yeah, and one was in Cuba. They were at Guantanamo Bay.
Ooh.
And that one
Fun.
I've got a funny story about that place because we went one time.
Did you?
But living there probably would not be great because you're not allowed to leave the base for obvious reasons.
Obviously, you're in like enemy territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so on the base, like we went to Guantanamo one time, and all that's on the base is like the NEX, which is the Naval Exchange. It's like a Walmart basically. And then there was a stoplight and a bar, and that was it.
Yep.
And,
Sounds about right.
There were like these giant iguanas everywhere, and me and my friend, like while we were wandering around the base, we went to the beach, and we were trying to feed the iguana food, and it started chasing my friend. That was really funny.
Oh, that would have been a nightmare for me. I don't think I would have slept that night.
Oh, you don't like lizards?
I like lizards, actually. I really like lizards and snakes, but like any animal chasing me, I don't know why, it just creates this deep sense of dread. So I don't.
It's a natural instinct, probably.
Yeah, I'm just a cave woman. It's all good.
But over there, that same friend, we went swimming, and like the beach was just like filled with rocks and stuff. It was like super nice water. And like on the beach itself was really nice, but like you go in the water, it's just like coral and rocks and all kinds of stuff.
Ouch.
So my friend went out and he couldn't swim super well. And so he started getting sucked out to sea.
Oof.
And I was back on shore, like I just swam back, and I saw him like flailing his arms and stuff.
He was in the Navy, but he couldn't swim?
Oh, you would be surprised. That a lot of people
tragic.
Can't.
You live on a boat for how long? You can't fucking swim? In the Navy, can't swim. Oh my gosh.
But I saw him like flailing his arms around, and I was like, oh, haha, he's having fun. And then I was like, I saw his head go underwater, like
He's
come back up and him catch a breath. I'm like, oh, he's not having fun. So I had to swim back out and drag him back to shore.
Oh my god.
I was like, how about if you can't swim, you don't go out in the water.
Oh
I was like, how about we stick to that rule, please?
How about you stay on the beach? You're landed now.
Skill issue.
Oh my god, very big skill issue. Bag, was your base haunted? The best badness 420k wants to know.
Haunted?
Yeah.
There was a guy that we had on. There was a guy that we had on the base that we called the Phantom Shitter. He was kind of a ghost.
My college had a Phantom Shitter. Did he shit in the hallways?
Oh, they shit in the hallways. They shit in the shower. They shit in the bake shop.
Oh my god.
I think they shit their pants at one time, and it was running down their leg because there was a trail going all the way down the hallway. They just shit everywhere.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it was kind of haunted by that. If that's what you mean.
My college was super haunted. It burned down a couple times and was rebuilt. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my college is super haunted, and we had 2 Phantom Shitters all 4 years I was there. And we had the 2 all 4 years because the other guy was held back. And he was in my program. Just so you guys know, animation majors are usually really gross, especially if they're male. They be shitting
like
in the hallways.
So great. Were you an animation major?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, okay.
I was so great. I was a cheerleader. No, I was kidding.
Cheerleader and animation. Oh my god. Stacy.
I was like artsy. I was quirky. No, my god. We only knew it was him because he was bragging about it one time. all of us were late in the senior room trying to like work on a project, and he was talking about it with his friend, but he thought he was being quiet. But I heard that shit, and he was like, yeah, I think we're gonna drop trow. And he said drop trow in, you know, this building later tonight. And lo and behold, it was my building.
Shit?
Yes, it was my dorm building. And I'm going up, and all I hear is, throw a shit and now fucking go away. And I was like, oh God, what floor was it? And it wasn't my floor. And I was like, well, not my problem.
I don't think ours was so much as planning out. I think
no, they would plan it out. Like both of them would plan it out. Like him and this other guy, and we never knew who the other guy was. It wasn't. I think it was like one of the. I think it was one of the CJ Psych majors. Criminal justice. He was bringing justice to the hallways. I guess. I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know how people come up with that. I don't know what compels. First of all, I hope they bring toilet paper with them, because that's concerning. That's just concerning. Like just even like thinking about it optics wise, of like, now you're walking back with that, you know?
Yeah.
You didn't wipe. Like, I'm just concerned.
Usually I find people like that smell so bad that you wouldn't be able to tell anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, that guy did smell pretty bad. But there was also so many guys that smelled bad that anyone could have been... anyone could have been
shitting at any time.
Yeah, no. Like, I chose the floor I lived on just because there was more girls on it, simply because I knew it wasn't gonna smell as bad. And I chose right, apparently, because they didn't shit on my floor, so.
Oh, this is a lie. I had to clean the female officer bathrooms in the Navy. I know. I don't want to hear anything about women smelling better.
Wouldn't smell better. I would never say that their bathrooms are cleaner. I would never say their bathrooms are cleaner. They're way worse. What do you mean? When I lived my freshman year, I was in an all-girls dorm, and it was like a requirement that all of us like clean the bathroom on our floor to keep it clean, and we had the only clean floor, so then all the dirt balls would come up and try to take stuff in our showers and our like bathrooms, and it was always like, get out, you Jezebels. So
I'd have to go clean the bathrooms because you do this thing called cranking in the Navy, which is where they send you to work like on the mess decks.
Gross.
And like everyone does it. But when I went, we were in the yard, so there wasn't any food to cook. So we were just kind of doing like general like janitorial stuff basically. And they're like, okay, you go clean the bathrooms this day. Like they would assign us stuff. And I went and cleaned the female officer bathrooms, and there's like fucking tampons like slung against the wall and shit. It's like a fucking murder scene in there. Like Jesus Christ.
Yep. I don't get it myself. I was raised with manners, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And it also just is so unhygienic that it's like, why would you? But it is prolific. Like,
I don't
the amount of women
one.
who are like, let me just fling blood on the wall, like as if that's not like some of the worst biohazard you could do.
Yeah, I was like, why on the wall?
Always on the wall. What do you mean?
Like,
it's always on the fucking wall. Ugh.
Slugs running down the walls. It's disgusting.
Yep, very disgusting. Minna had asked earlier, how did you get into Pippa? I assume you're a Capipalist. I assume.
Oh, you assumed correctly.
Okay.
I had been watching VTubers for a while. I kind of started with maybe I didn't start with most people, because most people kind of started with HoloLives, and that's where I started with, with like when they started like just kind of blowing up everywhere. But before
who was the one you were watching from HoloLive?
I think the first like clip I ever saw was Fubuki's like beat up a pineapple meme.
Nice. So JP.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I started watching before English was a thing.
Ah, nice.
But
Nice. Based.
yeah, then my Oshi for a long time was Coco, and then the whole Taiwan thing happened, and yeah, all that kind of shit.
Yo.
And then I was watching English VTuber named Nini Amano for a long time. She was my Oshi for a while.
Okay.
And then a friend of mine started sending me Pippa clips, and he was like, "You've got to check out this rabbit." And it was just her, typical, oh, got to shoot up a Walmart, that all the,
Yep.
the typical Pippa clips. And then I started watching her, and haven't looked back.
Fair.
So, just go down the rabbit hole like usual.
Whoa! I see what you did there.
Oh no!
Oh no!
But I was gonna say that maybe I started watching VTubers technically earlier than HoloLive, because I used to watch a VR chat like a lot, and they were sort of VTubers.
Yeah.
Because people use like an
fair.
avatar.
That's totally fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
The
So
OG VTubers.
yeah. So
Nice.
I don't know, but yeah, it was just pipeline to Pippa. All things
Pipeline
end
to
in
Pippa.
Pippa.
Yes. All roads lead to Pakistan.
Yeah. To Pakistan, the capital of the world.
The capital of the world.
The shining beacon of this garbage planet.
So, do you think you're gonna make your pilgrimage?
Yeah, I'm going this Saturday actually.
Are you really?
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm
gosh, how
gonna.
exciting!
Yeah, I was like, I've got some time this Saturday, and I was meaning to go, and so like I already got the hotel room. I requested a balcony so I can actually see it. So hopefully that actually happens. And then I was gonna
watch
try
it from
to.
the balcony.
Yeah, well, I was gonna try to stream while I was there.
Nice, yeah.
I was gonna bring my webcam and stuff, and I was gonna sit out on the balcony and get a cigar and maybe make a steak and just have like a chatting stream while we're looking at the Pippa billboard.
Does the hotel room have a kitchen in it for you to cook, or are you just gonna buy?
I'll just buy one.
Yeah,
that's
Go
fine.
go to a Lone Star.
Yeah,
buy a
do
fucking
something.
ribeye for Pippa.
Yeah, have a steak and a whiskey and a cigar, and stare at the Pippa billboard. Assuming that the internet is good out there. I don't know how it will be, but that's the
I assume
plan
it's
so
good
far.
because if it's right off the interstate, I assume it's good.
Yeah,
it's gotta
well,
be.
you never know.
I don't know.
It's also up in the mountains, kind of. So
I don't know. I feel like connection has been pretty good, and you'll be on like hotel Wi-Fi, so they'll definitely have Wi-Fi too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think put out my schedule, and there's some other people in the Kapipi Discord, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to be there this Saturday." So it's also an
You're gonna
impromptu.
meet Kapipis?
Yeah, it's an
I could
also
never.
impromptu, sort of unplanned Kapipi meetup, I guess.
Oh, dude, I'd be so scared. I'd be so scared. No way.
Why?
I don't know. I want to make my pilgrimage, but I can't announce it because I don't want to. I don't want to meet anyone. I'd be scared.
Oh, yeah. Well, also,
I'd have to cover
if you
my
have,
arm, wear a wig.
yeah, if you have stalkers and stuff, and
You'd be
also,
like, "There's that redhead with the red tattoo! Oh my God, it's Sena!"
yeah, I don't think I have any stalkers, so I think
don't
I'm
think
okay.
I have any stalkers, to be honest with you. I just think if I ran into anyone, they might know, and that's enough to compel me to not announce it. To post pictures after the fact, I'll be like, "Well, I was there."
Yeah,
I think if it's there in the summer still, I'll make my pilgrimage then, because I can't right now. So
I think Yuri has said it's paid for up till the end of April, so I think after this month it's going to be gone.
really, I thought people were paying for it more.
They were he finished March, and then they paid for it up through April, and then I think he closed the GoFundMe after that though, because I think he was used the last little bit to recoup the starting cost or something. but I might be wrong. Don't don't take it as gospel.
He hates
but,
us. He hates us. Ooh, he hates Pippa. Ooh.
So yeah, someone in my chat is saying May already got bought out by another company. So.
Oh, crap.
So yeah.
Okay.
You better hurry up.
Shit.
It
was gonna be good because I was gonna have my little brother. I was like, okay, maybe in May I'll go right towards the end. Fuck. Okay. Oh.
What time are you showing up, Bag? I'm only an hour away. I might show up. I'm planning to get there around 3 or 4 p.m. I'm thinking. I don't have it planned for sure, but that's just when the check-in time is for the hotel. So.
Good for you. It's a long drive for me to go.
Yeah,
I'd almost be better off flying.
I think it's roughly 3.5 or 4 hour drive for me. It's not too bad.
Oh, you lucky duck.
Yeah,
no, it's a bit of a drive. But I want to do it. Ah!
Do it.
Ah!
But yeah, I think I don't remember who else. Someone said they were gonna show up with their Pippa Docky, and I was like, that's fine, but they were like, we can get lunch or something. I'm like, sure, but don't show up to the restaurant with the Docky, please. I will not sit with you.
Fair, very fair. We need to
I'm a
pretend
VTuber,
to be
I'm a
normal.
schizo, but I do pretend to be normal when I'm not VTubing at the very least.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's the only way you can survive out there.
Yeah.
Pippa Docky, LOL. Yeah, there's a bit of an LOL. You're right, Solace.
Yeah. Hey, I tried to get one. I couldn't. I was gonna make a meme video, but they don't sell them online anymore.
How do I end the phone? Oh.
When's the Sena Docky gonna launch?
Hopefully never.
Well, you know, if someone's
if
watching
someone else
and
makes
they're an
it,
artist,
that's up to
and
them.
they launch it, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was gonna do a meme video with it though, where I fill it with sandbags and use it to lift. Like practice carrying Pippa. That was gonna be the meme.
Well, there was probably none left because Bartolome buys like 10 of each anything that she drops.
Well, they had some at like the convention they were just at, so they still have some. You can buy them if you go to a convention.
Well,
but
I guess
don't,
there's your answer.
I don't have any online.
Have you ever gone to conventions at all?
I went to one convention one time on accident.
On accident?
Yeah,
how does that happen?
So I was visiting a Navy friend. They lived near DC area, and I was staying with him for like a week. And they were like, hey, there's this thing going on where they have like a bunch of arcade machines. Do you want to go to it? I'm like, yeah, sure. So we go there, and it turned out it was MagFest is what it was, which is like the music and game festival that they put on every year. And so I thought it was just going to be like an arcade, but it was a whole convention. And we went there, and there were a bunch of cosplays and all kinds of stuff, but half the arcade machines were broken. And people kept screaming the whole time because I guess one of the arcade machines was like a X-Men versus Capcom thing, and it was super loud.
Gosh.
And so people kept doing the like the scream from that. I can't remember the character that does it. So you would just hear that constantly. People just going, "Whoa!" Like just all the time, constantly while we were there. And then I saw a guy, which was the most stereotypical, like, neckbeard person you can imagine.
Great.
Literally had on a trench coat, like, just covered in acne, neckbeard, ponytail, was wearing a fedora, and he was standing next to me while I was playing a game.
Fedora! And you could smell him.
I could smell him, but the most disgusting thing, he picked his nose and he ate it in front of me. And I almost fucking puked. And so after that, I've never been to another convention.
He did what?
I've never been to another one. I was like, you know what?
Never have I ever been to a convention where that was what was going on. Holy shit. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, you know what? I'm a nerd. I like video games. I like nerd stuff. I like VTubers and anime. But I feel like I have a wall of separation of like, this is my personal hobby, and outside, I don't do that stuff. And maybe
yeah, I'm a normie
conventions
in
aren't my
real
thing.
life. I'm a normie in real life. I can relate to that. I like to hide it. Like, it's my superpower.
Yeah, you've got to hide your power level.
A little bit. Yeah, no, because, like, anytime I've ever even talked to anybody in real life and they're like, wait, you're into anime? It's either like the fucking, let me tell you all about my anime interests, and you're like, oh dear God. Or they're like, have you ever watched an anime called Dragon Balls? And I'm like, yeah, that's like the most popular one out there. Or like One Piece. And I'm like, yes, I've seen
One
it
Piece is
a little
real.
bit. Yeah. So it's like, it's either people like being like, but do you know this? And then insert like the most basic one. Or it's people being like fucking awkward about it, where they're just like, oh, you like that? Oh, and I'm like, okay, all right, like, breathe. It's just like, I don't know. It like puts a weird pressure on it. A girl, not a real grill, liking my special interest.
3D pigs, disgusting.
I must groom. That's how it comes across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just was like, maybe there is maybe these just aren't my people. Like, I like the same things, but maybe these just aren't my crowd. But I was gonna go to more. I was planning it, and then COVID happened, so I haven't been to any since. Because I was like, maybe it was just the one time it was bad. Maybe it's a little bit different now. Probably not. And then also, I don't want to be the weird ass old guy that still goes to conventions and things aimed at younger people now. So that's another thing. I'm like, maybe I'll just sit them out. I don't know.
You make it sound like you're in your 50s.
No, I'm not. I could just say I'm 34.
Oh, you made it sound like you were so old. Oh my gosh.
I feel like that's pretty old and for a VTuber.
I feel like it's not. I feel like a lot of like the more established ones are in their 30s. I feel like a lot of the newer ones are like in their early 20s, late teens, like 19, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be 35 this year, but it's just,
oh, so you're just 10 years older. You're not that old. You're not that old.
I don't know. I don't want to be the weird old guy that shows up to things that are like, you know, like at a college party or something.
That show up, but it's not. That's not how cons are. It's for the older folks. Young people don't have money to get in.
Yeah, they do. They have their mom's money.
No, their mom looked at them and said,
money.
"You're not going to some fucking thing with a bunch of sweaty old creeps." Okay, you're the debuff. You help keep them out by being there.
Saying my ex-wife was 13 years younger. Jesus Christ.
What? Your ex-wife?
No, not me. I don't have an ex-wife. Something like
wow. I'm learning so much about you. Oh.
No.
No. What?
I don't
a
have
girl
an ex-wife.
That likes anime?
No ex-wife. No girlfriend. I'm single, and I'm gonna keep it that way for a while until Pippa DMs me.
Yeah. Good luck.
It'll happen. You have to believe.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm so sorry. Good luck. I'm still waiting for her DM too. Oh my god, yeah.
Same,
all of
brother.
Chat's waiting.
Any day now.
Any day now.
The Pippa lust is real.
Oh my god. I think the only person who I'm afraid might actually get there is Lolime. I think he might beat you to it, bud.
Oh no, he's going after Sleepy now.
Oh, he's going hardcore for Sleepa now.
Yeah.
God, what a fucking traitor. What a little bastard. What a little bastard.
Betrayed Pakistan.
Wow. Cancel him. He's canceled. I'll be 35 when I turn off-kai this year. Dang. I can't wait till I'm in my 30s.
Oh, you say that now, but
oh no, I say it now and I
great.
mean it. No, I'm not like relishing it like, oh, it's gonna be great. It's just like now everything that I complain about, no one can be like, you can't complain about that. Cause I'll be in my 30s. And
oh, they still
when I go,
do that.
oh, I have this pain.
There's always
like,
someone older.
There is always someone older. What was up with the whole sickness was supposed to take these people out? Why are they still here?
Are they still around?
My boss was
Government,
saying
why
that
didn't your
earlier
depopulation
today.
plan work better?
Literally, my boss was saying that today, and I was like, dude, you realize you're like 70, right? Like that means you. Like he was like, oh, these old people, and I'm like, you're one of the olds. Just because you look like you're 50 and act like you're 40 does not mean you're not one of them. Sena's new goal is to be the world's oldest woman, also she can complain. Yeah, I want to be an old hag. When I'm a grandma woman, like a grandma lady, I want to be a nice grandma lady to my grandkids and their little friends. But like everyone else, I want to be a menace. And what are you gonna fucking do? I'm old.
Push you over.
What are you gonna do? Talk bad about me on the internet? I'm old. I don't care. I've matured
push you
to
over
a
and
point
steal your
where I don't
insulin
care.
shots.
Insulin? He's giving me diabetes. He's trying to curse me, you witch! You fucking witch!
Accept it. Accept the diabetes.
No! No, my dad's a diabetic, and he's trained me to be so deathly afraid of it. It's like a death sentence in my family. So it's like, don't you fucking get it. Don't you fucking get it. Now I'm like, okay, I don't like sweets at all. Checkmate.
Yeah.
No sugar.
There's a guy that I work with, and he's a diabetic, and like a bad one, to the point that he has to take like 2 shots a day. And this fucking guy, every time I see him, he's drinking Pepsi. Not even Diet Pepsi, just regular Pepsi.
True
like,
Southerner. Pepsi. What you got, Pepsi?
I'm just like, I was like, if you switch to one without sugar, it would probably be better, and maybe you wouldn't have to stab yourself twice a day.
But it don't taste the same.
Exactly.
That don't taste the same. Don't taste like Pepsi.
He just goes, yeah, that's probably true. And they'll just go right back to drinking it. I'm like, okay. Do whatever you want.
Kill yourself for all I care, I guess.
I guess.
Water Chad, stay winning, literally. Diet Pepsi still has sugar, it's just artificial. Y'all just kill your kidneys instead of your blood.
Whatever.
Which cleans your blood. So...
I really like water as a drink. I don't understand like when Pippa says she hates water. I don't
love water,
get it.
actually. It is like one of my actual favorites. I
think that's a normal human thing to say, that you like water. It is a
normal thing. And then like you're like, you're crazy. It's like, oh yes, I'm crazy for like wanting to actually live. You're the one who needs help, chat, not me.
Yeah, I remember...
Can't get gains if you're addicted to soda.
I remember throwing my hands up in the air, like in real life, when Pippa said on stream she went through a water phase. She called it a phase when she tried drinking water.
She's so fucking dumb. She's so dumb! What? I love her, but she's so dumb!
I know!
Oh my god, why?
Pippa has the taste buds of a 5-year-old. I drank water when I was 5.
I drank water when I was 5. I wasn't allowed to have soda.
Yeah, drink it out of the water hose, out in the yard.
My
That an old
parents,
person thing? Do people still
they
do
let
that?
me have. I liked doing that as a kid. All the hose, playing in the sprinklers in the front lawn, all the things.
Yeah.
Nostalgia. It's nostalgic.
The best water hose water. Exactly.
Yes. Tastes like minerals. Why does my water taste like iron? My water tastes like blood.
Because it has minerals that your body needs. It's normal.
Sena, why are you anemic? Because I stopped drinking the hose water.
Now you just cook everything in a cast iron pan and then you get
Yep.
iron that way.
True.
It's all fine.
Yeah.
What are some of your like go-to meals that you like cooking?
Spaghetti.
I saw you were making a catfish the other day.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't eat a lot of fried food that often, and when I do, I'm really careful about the oil. As you know, some of y'all heard me screaming, "Where's the peanut oil?" So, but I like making spaghetti. That's probably like my go-to meal. Although I've been in a really big chili kick lately, where I just like make a big batch of chili and eat it all week.
But you make that in a slow cooker? That's what I usually do.
No, I do have a slow cooker, but I got my crock and whatnot, but I just cook it on low and slow on my stove for like hours instead. It's the same with my spaghetti sauce. Like I like to cook it really low and slow for like at least 2 hours if I have the time. But
okay.
I've just been like into protein bowls as well. So spaghetti, chili, protein bowls.
Oh yeah, based.
Mm-hmm.
I did see that you've got the typical cheap person oven, and I have to tell you that the best purchase I ever made was getting a gas oven.
Oh yeah, I'm very pro gas. No, you're good. I'm very pro gas. It's a rental unit, so I can't just like put what I want in it. Yeah.
Rental hate.
Oh, dude, I can't find a single place that's rental out here that has a gas range at all. It's all glass tops or coil tops, and all my pots and pans aren't safe on the glass tops. They're like crack or some shit. I don't know. It just says like not induction safe. So most of them are induction when they're glass. So it's just not worth the risk of trying to figure out the model number and then buying an entire new set of cookware when I've already spent. Yeah, so.
I guess I kind of understand because like from a landlord perspective, like you don't want people to go in and then if they don't know how like a gas oven works, like they leave on the gas or something.
I think actually for the most part, it's just a gas bill thing actually for the most part, because a lot of the places out here, because they're older, they'll put you on a propane line, and propane is not cheaper.
Oh,
yeah,
propane is not.
And so for them, it's more cost effective. Because, like, once upon a time, when my apartment was built, you know, a gas range would have been cheaper than an electric range anyway. But now they're more. Now they're going for, like, a normal gas range is going for, like, $1,000 right now. Which is insane. Because they're trying to get rid of gas ranges. Which is stupid.
Dumb.
Yeah, no, I prefer the gas.
So good.
And I want a convection oven. Like my dream home, I want a double wall oven, a full-size range behind me, and then in the kitchen island to have a flat top built in. So I can
you want to be ready for like the big family gathering.
Hell yeah. And just throw together like the entire breakfast or do like hibachi style dinner. Like oh my god, my kitchen, my dream kitchen is gonna be fucking huge. It's gonna be the biggest room in the house.
Yeah.
So
I like during Thanksgiving and stuff when you go to like that one family member's house and they'll have like a house that was built in like the 70s. So everything's old as shit, but they will have the 2 ovens stacked on top of each other, like built into the wall.
Yes.
And then like all kinds of stuff.
I like it because it saves space.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to like be bending all over the place, especially like if you're hosting an event as like a girl. Like I try to dress up nice. So like I'm not bending all over the damn place in a fucking dress. Like no. I'm just gonna open my wall and reach in.
There you go. That's all you need.
Yeah. So ugly Sena drawing is cute. Yeah.
Oh, the crab one?
Yeah, that's what Space Monkey says. I use a cast iron Dutch oven on low gas range in lieu of a slow cooker. Yes. So I do that, but it's like for the coil top. The only issue I've noticed with this coil top is that like it holds a lot of residual heat really bad, and it's hard to kind of like figure out because like cast irons hold their heat as well. So you have something that holds its heat on top of another thing that holds its heat. So I have to be extremely quick if I'm cooking like meat on high, or I just have to go low and slow. So yeah. It's a bit of a learning curve.
Have like another thing at work that they have for me is they have like a sort of a full kitchen at work. Since I'm the only one there, like I'll use it sometimes, but their oven is really bad, which this is just me bitching because most people don't have an oven that they can use at work. But like the liner for like the oven door is like gone, so you can turn it on and it'll heat up, but all the heat like leaks from it because there's not a seal. And also in that one,
those seals are really easy to replace.
Yeah, but it's not mine is the thing. And then like if I try to replace the seal and then something happens, they're like, well, what happened to the oven? I was like, oh, I replaced the seal. They're like, you broke it. I'm like, no, it's just old cheap oven that's already broken. Like I was trying to fix it, so I haven't messed with it. But also it's got like a vent for the oven, like under the back left burner. And so people leave their dishes and stuff like on top of that oven all the time. Like they'll like wash them and then like just stack up like plastic containers and stuff.
Oh God.
So every time someone turns on that oven, like it just melts. Like there is probably like a pound of melted plastic over that vent for that oven.
Gross.
I was gonna say maybe you have a vent somewhere in your oven and that's why it heats up so much. Is like the heat.
No,
like the inside
the
is doing
heat.
something.
So it goes straight up into the range hood right above. So yeah, the oven also holds its residual though. It's just weird because it's not convection cook. So I'm like, but it's whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, but when I bought my house, it had like the shitty cheap like oven, and I used my taxes one year to get a gas line put in because we already had a gas line for the heater, but it didn't go to the oven. And then I bought like a gas range, and it has been the best purchase. It's like that and a new sink in the kitchen have been the best purchases I've made for my house.
Yeah, and it adds value to your
so
home.
Good.
Do you have a dishwasher?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are usually
No, I don't have a wife.
Those are usually tax exempt because it adds value to your home. Did you know that? Fun facto. But yeah.
Is that why landlords and stuff and sellers always put a dishwasher in their house?
Yep.
Sena didn't like my joke that I said.
Yeah, I heard it. I was gonna acknowledge it. My brothers were always the ones who did the dishes growing up. I didn't really ever do them because I was the one who cooked, and the rule was that if you do the cooking, you don't do the dishes.
It's a good rule.
It is a good rule. It's your way as the person who got the food to show your appreciation. It was the way I was taught as a kid. Which is why us kids did do the dishes, but I learned how to cook quick so I didn't have to do the dishes because I don't like touching wet, slimy shit. And I was blessed enough that my apartment does have a dishwasher that isn't me. But yeah. Sena knows tax stuff. Sounds like a fed. Sena secret of glowy. Yeah, clearly. Clearly. No, I don't like install cabinetry and sell literal appliances and do entire kitchens for a living. Wow. Yes. Jesus. How many times do I have to tell you about myself before you sink it in your memory? You're fake. Fake fucking fans.
Do it every stream.
Every stream. Every fucking stream. It's like the fucking SpongeBob. How many times do we gotta tell you, old man?
Every time, because I will forget.
Chat, you're so forgetful. Poor little Alzheimer's. Ooh.
Did you draw the neckbeard thing? the con?
Yes. He's got a stringy booger, and he's prepping his tongue to lick his fingy, and he's got chunk and zitties and big old ears, because I don't know. I was just trying to make him stinking gross.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna draw a monkey, and then I was like, nah, I'll save the monkey for my side of the page.
So you were saying you install like cabinets and stuff for work?
Yep.
Do you work for Home Depot, or is it like a contracting thing that you work for, or what?
I work for the mom and pop version of a Home Depot.
Oh.
Yeah. That is probably the best way I've ever described that. It is like we get lumber in locally, and we work with contractors for things. My boss is like a jack of all fucking trades. He can weld, can do electrician, he can do plumbing, he can do carpentry. He's just fucking everything. He's amazing. And I want to learn more from him, but he never has the fucking time. I was originally hired on to do like an apprenticeship essentially, or like an assistant carpenter to learn how to. And I have essentially been put on the back burner and made into a glorified receptionist as of late, which has been absolute bullshit. And I hate it. And I'm mad, and I might actually be quitting come the end of the year, because I didn't sign up for this shit. If I was gonna do customer service, I'd be getting paid more, because I have more experience in that anyway, but I don't know. It was a very fun job when I first started it. It is no longer a very fun job, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but it's also not the job I started.
Sitting at a desk sucks.
Yeah.
Boring.
It is so boring. And so like I get on my phone on the days where I don't have like a project for working on measurements, or like cutting wood, or like sanding something down for the boss, or like someone built a deck last year, and I spent so much time just staining wood and watching it dry and then restaining it. And I did 3 coats on each plank, and there was like well over 100 planks. So that was like one of my big projects that I did. And then I've done like decking, and I've done cabinetry, and I've done like just helping clients source, wood, helping clients source like finishing. The son's gotten super heavy into appliances. Like he wants to just like he got a contract recently with an appliance company now. So like now we do appliances too, I guess. Like, at first it was like, oh, we'll help you find it, or we'll help it get it cheaper than like the box stores. And now it's like, this might become our thing. And I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Like, if I wanted to work full on retail, I would. So
yeah, when I got out of the Navy, I worked retail. I worked Kmart for like 6 months.
Oh my god,
it was horrible, man.
Now that's a thank you for your service moment.
Yeah, that was unironically more stressful.
Yeah, I believe it.
But I feel good because I'm sure, well, I helped single-handedly close that Kmart down. Because every time someone came in, like they'd like, oh, go work the toy section or something today. I'm like, okay. And I'd just be there and people would ask me like, my son like wants this. What do you think I should get him? And I'd tell him to go to Amazon or go to Walmart every time. I never recommended anything from Kmart.
Oh my god, me. That was me when I worked at Kohl's, which is why they put me in returns. And I wouldn't sell their stupid fucking credit cards because it was like, you got 50 cents if you sold a credit card, but they were trying to push and push and push you to sell a credit card. But if you reported like someone shoplifting, you got $10. So
we didn't get shit at Kmart. Obviously I wasn't gonna do either because it's still not enough of an incentive. So they put me in the back. They're like, let's just put her in the back. And then they like had me working the phones, and then they were like, oh, she's kind of good at saying no to people. So like, all right, let's just make her the manager. And I was like, I'm 20. You guys are all in your like 40s and 50s. Why am I the manager? Look, if
and I have like 40 and 50 year olds coming up to me being like, why are you the manager? And I'm like, listen, Linda, I don't know either. I didn't want it, but it was better pay. Can you fucking blame me?
Yeah, if they're still working at retail and they're like 40 or 50, you know, they're probably not the smartest people anyway.
Well,
get a different job.
I think it's because I can say no while being polite. I think that was the big kicker. I'm just being like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Like, I would just throw in that, like, retail voice. Everyone has their retail voice once they've worked retail. And I'd be like, hi, how can I help you? Oh, I'm sorry, we're all out. No, I'm so sorry. I can't help you with that, ma'am. Nope, you'll have to go to the front. I'm so sorry. And I just have this shitting grin that, like, they couldn't be mad at me because I'm, like, so friendly and so smiley. And they're like, I don't want to be mean to her. She's so young. And I'm like, I fucking hate you.
You have to use their social anxiety against them.
Yes, every time. Every time.
Weaponize anxiety.
I'd have, like, the most elderly women start the conversation angry. And leave being like, you're a very competent young lady. You're great at your job. You just made me feel so safe and so comfortable. I'm like, you were returning a pair of jeans. Like, what do you mean I made you feel safe and comfortable? It was a pair of jeans. Like, so.
They would have me, it was either work in the toy section because no one wanted to fucking be there because it was horrible. Unloading trucks because I was like the bigger guy there. So
they try to make me unload trucks.
I'm like, okay.
Oh my god.
How would they get you to unload trucks?
So like they make you wear business casual for Kohl's. And then your trucks would come in at like 5 a.m. and they were like, as part of the trainee process, you have to unload trucks at least once. Well, I lived in the desert at the time and it was like 116 out. And I'm in business casual in a pair of like slacks and like a blazer. And I have like dress shoes on, unloading package after package after package after package and sorting through clothes and kids' toys and large items and cookware. And like at some point I was like, I'm going to go step away real quick. And all you hear is and I'm just like vomiting because I'm like so overheated. And they're just like, you can go. And I was like, huh? And they're like, I was like, no, I'm fine. They're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I keep working. Another hour goes by. I'm like, oh, give me a second. I gotta go to the bathroom. Don't make it again. And they're like, go home. Go home. And
but the trucks.
I was scheduled for the next day, and they're like, we're just going to change your schedule to this so you can get some rest. And then they never, ever put me on that on that 5 a.m. unload again. They were like, she can't handle the heat. And I was like, well, yeah. Yeah. I'm pale and pasty. I was meant to be in the tundra. Like, duh. I was meant to be in the bog. Like, oh, God. I hate truck days. Yeah.
I don't think I ever got sick doing it, but like you show up and you're in, it was Kmart, so you have like your fucking blue polo shirt and stuff that you're wearing. And I'd be there, it'd be like a 4 or 5 hour day that I was scheduled for that day. And unloading the truck first thing in the morning. So you get there, and in the summer here, like because I live in the South, it would be like 100 degrees and 100% humidity. So as soon as like as soon as like the cargo door opens to like get the truck like leaning outside, like you immediately are just start sweating like instantly. And then like you're unloading these boxes, so like I'd be within an hour, I'm covered in dust, like sweating, like the entire like back of my shirt is just soaked and all kinds of stuff. And they'd be like, okay, go out on the floor. I was like, I need a shower. Like, I smell like ass. I'm covered in dirt. Like, I was like, do you want me on the floor? I'll go. Are you sure?
Oh my God, no, literally.
It sucked so bad.
I don't know why it made me so sick to like unload that truck, because like I worked at a barbecue pit and our AC went out that summer, and I'm sitting there loading up brisket after brisket into a hot ass rotating pit in a hot ass store, running like sides and slicing meat and being like, how can I help you? Sweating, smelling like ass and like fucking smoke. And I'd get home
sustained by barbecue.
Literally, I'd get home, my little brother would be like, sissy, you smell really bad. And I'd be like, I know.
I know.
But like, how did I not throw up or pass out for that is like, I have no clue. No clue. It's weird. When food's involved, it's like, I turn that off. It's like, no, people are eating. You can't do that.
Yeah, you don't want Sena puke on the barbecue.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, you don't.
Well, maybe some people in the chat would want that. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. And if they do, don't say it, because I'll block you. Oh, God.
Did you have any, like, weird people, like, that would, how do I describe it? Like, at Kmart, people would continuously, like, take stickers from, like, cheap items and put them on expensive items and then try to ring them up. Did anyone do that while you were there?
Yeah.
Like, something like that?
Yeah.
Why do they think it's gonna fucking work every time? Why are there so many people that do that?
It would be like, the people at returns who, like, Kohl's has like the worst return policy, because like up until I worked there, it was like, as long as you bought it here, you can return it anytime. Like, there's no time limit, like no 30-day, no 90-day, like anytime. It could be from 6 years ago. So I'd come in and they'd be these fucking crusty ass soccer moms. They'd be like, my kids upsized their stupid Levi jeans again. And they'd like come in with receipts that were like disintegrating because they're so fucking old. They're discolored. And they're like, I need to do a product exchange. And I look at the date and it's from like 9 years ago that they've just been doing the same product exchange for 9 years. And I'm like, that's a great way to cheat the system, but also like, I fucking hate you. Because why am I looking
also
this
you're making
up?
me have to work.
Literally. That's the only reason. Because I'm like, oh, dude, when I become a mom, I'm doing that. But like, rob and cheat the system. But like, Jesus,
Yeah, fuck the system.
I don't want to work. I don't want to have to find this from 10 years ago just to give you a fucking product exchange because you're cheap. But let me take a note of this because I'm doing this later. But then they changed their policy to 90 days. So.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But they had like if people like bought a lot of things and then tried to sneak one in where they changed the sticker, I could get it. But I remember this one woman coming in specifically, all she bought was a hairdryer. And I rung it up and it was like a fucking can of beans or something is what came out on the register. It was like 98 cents. And then I was like, oh, this has the wrong sticker. Let me go grab another hairdryer and I'll change it out and then we can ring it up correctly. And she got mad because obviously that goes against her plan because she did it on purpose. So she got mad. She's like, that's the price that it rang up as? That's the price it's gonna be. I'm like,
ma'am,
no.
This is not a can of beans.
Yeah, I'm like, ma'am, you see how on the register how it says can of beans 98 cents and you see what I'm holding, how it's a hair dryer? It's not the right item.
This is not a can of beans.
It's not a can of beans. And so then you've got to, because they're bitching, you just go get the manager. And then the manager is like, let me give you a coupon for like whatever. And I'm like, why do you help these people?
Literally.
just
so stupid.
You don't want them to come back.
Your feelings
like as
hurt.
return customers.
Your feelings were hurt even though it was valid. Here's 15% off.
Yeah, I'm like, why don't you just tell these people to fuck off? Just tell them to fuck off.
Oh my gosh. I fantasized about my last day at Kohl's and I wanted to like go out with a bang, but I was like so exhausted from working there that I was just like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just going to go back and finish my next year of school. Fuck this.
Were you writing a manifesto?
I was like guns a-blazing, but but real. Oh. Yeah, no. Kohl's is not the cute little old grandma lady store that I thought it was going to be when I first started working there. I was like, oh, it'll just be like little old grandmas. No. Vengeful, angry old people and mean, unemployed mothers. like, I get it. You're with the kid all day. That's very stressful. That is a job in and of itself. But holy crap. Why do you have to make my life miserable because you are miserable that you have kids? Like, holy shit. Holy shit. It would be like without fail. They'd be like, they'd have their kid and their kid would be like tearing shit up. And they'd be like, Zachary, I'm talking to you. Zachary, I'm talking to you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're giving me PTSD.
Yeah. I was like, I'd rather work at Walmart because at least Walmart people hit their kids. I'd rather you just hit your kid at this point than like listen to the Zachary. Like, Jesus fucking, just smack him. Like, yeah. I don't really like corporal punishment, but at that point, just fucking hit him. Just a little 1-2, a little bop.
At Kmart, they would just ignore their kids when they're fucking everything up.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kmart's kind of the place to do it, but...
Yeah. It'd be like a family and they'd have like 6 kids and they'd just walk through the toy aisle and they're like ripping literally everything off the aisle and just throwing it in the floor. And the mom's just like walking through in a daze, not paying any attention, not saying anything. I'm like, oh man, your kids. Zen. Yeah, she's probably like, I hope they get kidnapped. I hope something happens to them. Like, please get them away from me.
Please, somebody steal my fucking kids. I'll fake scream. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, no. If they came in with their kids, it was always very little kids. And they were just like, I was like, how are you even walking, let alone getting into shit? Like, you're like 2. Why are you not being supervised? You're like 2.
Yeah.
And if they were supervised, come on, meow. We know what no means. Do they?
The mom, she's had a hard day of watching soap operas. She's
Seriously.
a little bit drunk on wine. It's time to go shopping. It's relaxing time.
She's
can't have
halfway through
time.
her box. Time to go and spend that paycheck.
Yeah. You don't have time, to be yelling and watching them. You can't get a babysitter, because this was impromptu shopping.
Yeah.
You just gotta go.
No, it's like crazy. Oh, brother, it's crazy. All right, I'm gonna show this artboard.
Oh, yeah. I've just been doodling. I haven't paid much attention to what I'm doing.
Look, guys.
This is our art.
Look at our art. Children in stores hate. Yeah, I love babies. I love kids, but like anytime I hear a kid in a store, it becomes like, my mom used to make fun of me because like we would go shopping with my little brothers who would like behaved like angels in the store. Like just would have conversations because they were, I don't know, they're just raised well. And you just hear the kids screaming in the background. And I'd be like, kill it, burn it, burn down the whole store, kill it, kill it.
Bring back child labor laws.
My mom
get
would be
rid
like,
of child labor
Sena,
laws, I
you
guess.
can't say that. What if they hear you? And like, I remember when my brothers were really little, when one of them was like a toddler, right? He was so freaking cute and he wouldn't cry or do anything. He would just giggle. He would just like, I would say octopus and he would think it was the funniest thing in the fucking world and just laugh in the store. And I'd just walk around saying octopus and he'd just laugh. And then I would come across some lady and her shitty little kid and he'd be screaming, Mommy, I want. And I'd just be like, oh, baby lump, you are the cutest, most perfect thing in the entire world. And my mom was like, you can't say that in front of people. They'll hurt you. And I'm like, I dare her to try to hurt me when she won't even discipline her little shit. Like, I dare her.
I could cave this wine mom's chest in with one kick if I wanted to.
Literally, like, I'll just headbutt her. Like, she'll never expect that. Nobody does. As per usual, if you yell WWE first, it doesn't count.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. I guess WrestleMania, well, not I guess. WrestleMania was happening last night.
I saw
because I don't have cable.
Was it Juwun that was watching WrestleMania?
Juwun was watching it, yeah.
Yeah, I was super into wrestling when I was a kid, and then the thing happens where like a sibling or something is like, it's all fake, right?
Yes.
And you're like, it's not, it's real. but so I stopped watching it, and I tried to get into it again recently because I've got some friends that like it's one of those things they just like put it on a second monitor while they're like playing a game or something. They don't pay too much attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to get into it again, but it's so hard to like. I don't know how to like jump in, like because there's like so many storylines and stuff just going on.
There's so many storylines, but some of the people who have been in it for like 2 decades are still there, and you're like. But their storyline's different now, and you're like, wait, but you were the good guy. Why are you now bad?
Yeah, why are you a heel now? What happened? It's just like, I can't like wrap my brain around like jumping in a story midway. And I know the story doesn't really matter, but still it drives me crazy because they'll do like a promo or something. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Who is this?
Oh my gosh. I stopped watching
storyline, no.
I stopped watching when like the wrestler The Big Show became a heel. I was like, no, I can't get behind this. I'm done. So I haven't watched since then.
Oh god.
I went to a SmackDown event a couple times with my brothers, and we'd go with our big ass signs, Big Show, and he'd come on and we'd be like, it's the Big Show.
Hell
hey, yeah, it's the Big Show. And we'd like sing along and be like crazy about it. And then my husband, Randy Orton, would come on and I'd be like, he's so fucking hot. Oh my God. And he'd be like, okay, he's going in for the RKO, the Viper. And I'd just be like screaming, losing my mind.
Don't people like really hate Randy Orton?
Yes. I don't care. He's misunderstood. He was pretty. He had little fangs when he would smile, and I'd be like, whoa, teeth!
Oh, thanks!
Yeah.
I think I stopped watching, it was probably like the late 90s. Like I was like, because I was a kid, so it was probably like the early to late 90s I stopped watching. I remember...
I was born.
Yeah.
I was just born.
I remember it was like Hulk Hogan was still like hanging around some.
Yes, yeah.
And
now he
then
doesn't.
I remember Sting was getting popular at the time.
Oh my god, you're so old. You're so old.
I know. Shut up. You're just a baby. You don't know anything.
I grew up with John Cena.
Yeah, see that was in the gap where I wasn't watching.
Yeah.
But I did look. I was like, what is the best like WrestleMania to watch? And I can't remember which one it was, but I watched it, and I think it was it The Rock versus John Cena? I think
Probably.
for like the last match, and it was a pretty good one.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a
I
good
remember
one.
there was Kane and some
When
people
Rock
were in
came
it.
back, I was like, oh my god. That was a big year when he came back for a little bit. And he'd come in with his bald ass head and his stupid eyebrow. And he'd be like, can you smell what the Rock is cooking? And he'd be like crazy about it. My mom would be like, I'll watch it since he's on. She's like, he's handsome. And I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it.
He's the big guy.
His teeth are too straight, Mom. You don't know what you're talking about. He doesn't have fangs. He looks plastic.
Yeah, I guess it was called the Attitude Era, which is like was just starting, was like when I started falling out of it. But now I'm kind of like, now let me go back and start watching. But now everyone's like, no, it sucks now because it's PG, and I guess
it is PG.
Now they're trying to change it because Triple H or whoever owns the franchise now is trying to like change things. I don't know how it all works.
Triple H finally got it out of Vince McMahon, did he? Wow.
I think so. Again, I don't follow it too closely, but I'm just picking up things through the grapevine.
I remember
that
Stephanie
my other friends are saying.
McMahon being his like wife, and it was like a big deal. And John Cena married one of the twins, and it was like, I don't know, it was like a whole thing. And then they got like a weird spinoff show, and now WWE has its own network, or maybe it doesn't anymore, but they did for half a sec. I don't know.
They did, and now all of it is on. Is it Peacock? Is that the channel thing? It's like Netflix. I think all the WWE stuff is on that.
Really? Oh, weird. That's
it's
really
something
weird.
that starts with a P. I think it's Peacock. I don't remember. But yeah, and then I know like Sawa is into. Is it AEW? Is that the other wrestling organization that's like getting popular? Or is popular?
No. Actually, I don't know. I haven't been on it myself. That's a Juwun question, but I don't think he's here anymore. It's still a thing. The WWE network exists outside the US. Ah, okay.
Oh, okay. I think
it
in
would
the
be
US,
cool
it
if
got
you two
picked
were
up by
actually
Peacock.
Chad and Angie. What?
ECW,
What?
no. ECW's the old one. There's a new one called like
It's
AEW.
AEW is what they're saying?
It's something like that. It has an A and a W in it.
Vince looks like Mr. House now.
But I know a lot of people are like watching that one now because it is not PG like WWE.
Yeah,
so
that's fair though.
people are saying that's like more like the old school, like early 2000s, late 90s style wrestling. So a lot of people like that one more.
A and W. That's just root beer.
Yeah, that's a root beer.
All Elite Wrestling. Ah.
Oh, yeah, there it is. All Elite Wrestling. Yeah, AEW. A and W Wrestle Beer. Hell yeah.
But yeah, Roddy Piper was my phase, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, you're old as hell.
Oh, yeah,
Not
like...
Roddy Piper. Holy shit.
God damn.
Isn't that like early 90s, late 80s? You're old as fuck, my guy.
I do like going and watching like the old 80s wrestling things
the
on
old
YouTube.
stuff's so good though.
I know,
It's
they were like so
good.
into character.
Yeah, they like really leaned into it. They were that character at all times. At all times.
And I like, you'll like listen to interviews from and stuff, and they're like, yeah, we wanted blood in the match because they all say like red equals green. It's like if you bleed, you get more money. So like I tell them to just take a handful of tacks and just rub it in my face. Like, Jesus Christ.
I want my money.
Yeah. And then you watch it and you're like, rub the tacks in his eyes.
Oh yeah,
Let's fucking go. And they don't do that anymore.
Like
now they're not
guy.
even supposed to show blood.
Yeah, that's a little too lame. It's too lame. It's too lame.
Does
Be
anyone
honest, the
fall from the
internet killed
Raptors anymore? I don't know.
kayfabe. Yeah, keyfob.
Yeah.
Key fob. That's what you use to unlock your car. Oh. They used to blade themselves in the forehead. Yeah, fucking crazy.
Yeah, they would hold like a razor like in their wristband. And so they could take it out and like open a cut on their head and like
crazy.
yeah, it makes the match better.
Showmanship. They're just showmen. The greatest showmen.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah.
And then they all got addicted to painkillers and died of steroids and heart attacks.
Yeah, no.
And so I guess they moved away from it. Well, you can still go watch like the VHS. It's still cool.
Yeah, on your VCR.
Yeah. Did you even have one of those, or are you too young?
Yeah, of course I did.
Okay.
Am I too young? No, my mom, she has an entire VHS collection, and then our coffee table is like this ginormous trunk, and she has like every early 2D animated Disney movie.
Hell
like every
yeah.
single one, VHS.
I forgot all about
I hope to inherit it when she dies.
Table, like to VHS collection.
Yes.
I forgot those existed.
Yes.
My grandma had one of those.
Yes, okay, cool. No one ever knows. And we have a giant entertainment system, and it's like this fucking wardrobe that holds the TV, and you open up the bottom and it has like the surround sound system in it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I remember
my
growing up
school.
yeah, the TV in the living room was one of those where it's like built into like a cabinet. It's like
Yes.
a showpiece and a TV.
Yes, it's
So
in
it's
a
like-
cabinet. Yes.
Yeah, it's like all the sides are like made of wood and
Literally,
it
seeing
weighs
a
like
fucking
900
flat
pounds.
screen in a cabinet is like a fucking trip.
Oh, ours was, we didn't even have, flat screens didn't even exist yet. We
No,
had the
it's a
old
flat
curved
screen
TVs.
now. It was like one of those big box TVs before. Now it's like
Hell yeah.
a fucking flat screen just sitting there with like empty space around it. Looking fucking weird as hell. Oh my god.
It's a perfectly good entertainment stand. We're not going to throw it away.
Literally my parents. They're like
I understand.
they made the way that kitchen and living room's all laid out, like it should be wall mounted. It should have always been wall mounted. My dad's like, I don't believe in that. What if we're
What if it falls?
evicted? We don't want to put holes in the walls. What if we have to leave? And they were like that for like 15 fucking years before they finally painted the house. Yeah, I grew up with white walls that became gray and muddy from dirty hands. Like, Jesus Christ.
Called character.
Yeah, I guess.
It's fun.
It's flavor.
I remember growing up though, and like we had two VCRs, so we would rent a movie and you could play it on one VCR and then record it on the other VCR. So that's how we got all our movies. I was like, nice. It's like it's like early
One
days
for
of
recording.
pirates.
Yep, yeah, one for recording. That's how we'd watch Survivor, because it would air while we're at church on Wednesdays. And so they'd set the DVR to record it, and then we'd watch Survivor once we got home.
Yeah, and then you could fast forward through the commercials. It was great.
Yeah. So of course when like the actual DVR came out, my dad was like, we're getting it. He was like, everything that would come out, he'd be like, we need it. And my mom would be like, we don't really, and he'd be like, we need it.
We need it. We need two
The question is,
VCRs.
how would I get rid of one if I wanted it gone? Oh, what I did, and I don't know about you, but like whenever we get an old like appliance, whether it be a TV or whatever, you take it out in the desert in some BLM land, which is just, layman's terms for places you can do illegal shit in,
Hell
and you take some tannerite and you load up the thing and then you just shoot at it until it explodes.
Yeah.
You just shoot it up. And then you just leave it there. It's now part of the nature.
Yeah.
And it'll grow TV plants.
We did that some where we would go shoot the old TV. We had a like a garbage dump, and we didn't like, because we lived in the middle of nowhere, we didn't have like garbage men that would come. You'd like had to take all your own stuff.
Yep.
And so they had like just a separate thing for like TVs and stuff, and they actually had it was like a used store or whatever. Like people, if you had something that still worked and you just wanted to get rid of it, you could take it there, and then like other people, it was like an exchange. Like it didn't really cost you money, but like you would go in there and there were like old TVs and stuff all the time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Shit.
when I lived in an apartment and I still had an old TV, and I wasn't near like a garbage dump, and we did have garbage men and they would never take them. Then what I did was I just threw it in like my car, and I drove to another apartment complex and I threw it in their dumpster. And I was like, not my problem anymore. Have fun. See ya. And you know, you just find ways. You release them back out into the wild where they want to be.
Yeah, I mean, up where I'm at now, if you have like something you're getting rid of and it's a big item, you can actually just take it to the dump and they'll give you money for like what they can scrap off of it.
Oh.
So they pay you.
Now it's just garbage men. I haven't actually had to deal with like a dump in a long time.
I think that's the only nice thing about the state I live in now is that they pay you for your trash. Yeah.
That's
yummy
fancy.
trash.
You would have to pay to drop our stuff off. You'd have to get your truck weighed
I grew
when
up in
you
a
went,
place
and
where
then wait again.
Yeah. I grew up in a place where you did have to pay for all that shit. Now it's like, we'll pay you. Just fucking be clean, please. Please fucking be clean. And I'm like, oh. All right.
No, you can't make me.
Yeah, like one
No
of the
amount
big
of money
things
will make me be
when my
clean.
little brother visits this summer is like he's gonna collect plastic bottles, and like once, like every 2 weeks, we're gonna go to the plastic bottle place, and he's gonna pocket whatever cash they give him. That's like some spare change, but yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Do they still get like 5 cents for a can or whatever it is?
Yeah, for the most part. Although
Hell
glass
yeah.
bottles get more usually.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can find do people still make glass bottles? I guess there's a couple like where it's like the fancy quote unquote soda at the store.
I'm a beer drinker, so yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I usually get Modelo or Corona, and those are usually gonna be glass bottles, so.
Oh, nice. I for some reason I didn't think of beer. I was thinking of like soda cans.
Soda cans, yes. My brother's a big soda drinker, so I will have to keep soda in my house for lunch, which is not my preference, but it's fine.
You've got to get Sun Drops. Have you had Sun Drop before?
No, what's Sundrop?
So Sun Drop is like, it was an energy drink before energy drinks were a thing. But it's like a citrus drink, so it tastes like Mountain Dew, but it's not as sweet.
So is it more like a mellow yellow?
Sort of.
Okay.
It has like a little bit more bite to it, I guess. But yeah, it's like a lemon lime soda, but in each can has like 70 milligrams of caffeine.
Wait.
So you can get, instead of like buying Monsters and Red Bulls, you can get Sun Drops, and it's basically the same thing, but because they're not marketed as energy drinks, they're like half price.
Sun Drops drink. Oh, wait. That's what those are? Oh. I've never tried
can't see what
them.
you're looking at. Oh, they're so good.
I just looked it up. I've seen them. I've just never
they're so
tried
good.
it.
And now they make cherry Sun Drops, and oh
Yeah,
my God,
it's showing
they're the best things.
the cherry lemon. That sounds
Like,
really good.
That's all the sodas that I have in my house now are like cherry Sun Drops, and I
See,
have to
I
make
like-
myself not drink them before I go to bed because I'm like, I won't be able to sleep if I drink these. But they're
I've
so
been
good.
in like a big Fanta kick. Fanta, whatever. I like their strawberry. love it.
I don't think I've had strawberry Fanta.
So freaking good. It's like my favorite one. That or grape. I like grape. But
Grape is good.
I like purple. A purple drink.
Yeah, that's good. I want that purple stuff.
But yeah, I like the strawberry. It's really good. It's very sweet, but it's good.
Yeah.
Amanda, Lord of Darkness. Hey.
Oh, I know Amanda. Hello.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is she a real girl?
I think so.
Hello, real woman. Hello. Hello, Amanda.
Juwun, also good, yes.
Cheerwine is amazing. Oh my god. Best thing to come out of Carolina. Certainly not their barbecue.
Okay, you're wrong on that. Barbecue pork is great. I don't care what anyone
barbecue pork
says.
is great, but brisket. I rest my case.
Brisket is good. So are ribs. They're different.
Yes,
You can like
they are
all
different.
of them.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. But the Texas brisket's the best.
I've never actually been to Texas. And so I've never had like real, I feel, Texas barbecue.
Well, I mean,
We
I
have,
worked
like-
for a Texas barbecue pit, so I'm biased.
Understandable. We had my uncle owns like a bed and breakfast in probably shouldn't say the name, but this one place. And he would do like a barbecue every year where he would go and just kill a pig and then roast the whole pig and turn it into barbecue. It was so good.
Ugh. Now I'm getting hungry.
I am too.
I didn't have a good dinner. You know what? We could wrap up so we can both eat.
Okay, that sounds good.
I know you haven't eaten. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I ate
didn't
half
mean
a
to
thing of
hold you
ramen
hostage.
before stream.
I literally told him, I was like, it shouldn't be more than an hour. Look at the clock. It's been like 2.5. Holy shit. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. This is my normal stream time. I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, see, my roommate made wings. There's 12 wings in the kitchen waiting for me. Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm ready.
Nice. My body, it's ready. Okay, I guess this is goodbye. I'm gonna exit the call. It's been great having you. The time
it's
actually
been really nice
flew.
talking to
Holy
you.
crap. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. We'll have
You
to do we've got the cooking thing coming up, but
Yeah.
we'll have to do another collab sometime.
We'll
and
have to
get some
not
kind
do
of actual
pummel
game
party
going.
though.
Oh, why not pummel party?
Because you're too good at it. You're gonna kill me again.
because I whooped your and Moonshine's ass off stream.
Yes,
Is
you
that why?
did. You did. I was
Pummel
very sour about it. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't
It's
have
not
to do
my
something
fault.
else.
I was born with this much talent. It
All
just didn't
right, all right, simmer down. All right,
this is
it's been
fun.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, it's been real. It's been real gay. Oh, let me turn out the music a little bit. Okay. Bye, old man. Yes, the old. Good night. It was fun. Yeah, I'm glad you guys came. Let me get you set up for a raid. Who's live? Okay, she's not alive anymore. Oh, she is. Do you guys want to go see Leah? Yeah, let's go see you to Leah. Go bother her. She'd be like, "Who the fuck is Sena Bonbon?" Oh, I hope she doesn't acknowledge me. All right, be silent. Just lurk. All right, it's been real. Bye.